Not the sunniest of days, but perfect day for vlog questions. Are you showering? No. Why would I do that when I could be dirty my whole life? Just never shower and be a dirty hippie. But no, I will be honest. The first 2 days in Nepal, I actually didn't. So your question was, are you showering or taking sponge baths? Those first 2 days, I did baby wipe baths because the water was ridiculously freezing cold and I couldn't handle it. But I will say now, I think I'm used to it. I don't know, because I have no problem taking a shower if it's cold. Other shower experiences have been at somebody's home I stayed in Nepal. It was a bucket of water and a little pail, and you pour it over your head, and that's how you take your showers. Pretty much the same thing at a farm in Thailand that I volunteered at for 2 days, except this one was outside in the dark with my tiny little flashlight. Same thing, a pail and a little bucket to clean yourself off with, while I stared at a spider in the corner, and there was nothing luxurious about that outside shower. But yes, I'm used to the cold now and I love it. So cold showers when I get home. Whose food did I like the best? That is so easy. We're gonna go with Asia because they do noodles and they know how to do noodles right. And those of you who know me know that I can survive on any kinds of noodles, including ramen noodles, for the rest of my life. But they will do noodles stir fried, they'll do them in soups, they'll do them crispy with lots of fresh veggies, lots of fresh local spices. Any way you want noodles done, they're gonna do noodles for you, and very, very cheap. Right there with, also, I mean, I can't deny the pizza and the pasta of Italy, of course. But a second runner-up is Portugal with seafood. So fresh, so delicious, so much flavor, and relatively cheap. Paris's pastries. How can you deny Paris's wonderful pastries? London's fish and chips, of course. Can't go wrong with the fish and chips in London. And Portugal and Spain's wine. That counts as a food, right? Yes, I think so. We're gonna pretend it does. Alright, so I absolutely love this question because it's silly and I can do silly. So thank you, Tawny, for asking it. And that is, are you pooping? And yes, fortunately, I am pooping regularly. But I will say that my guts and several people's guts take a while to get used to sharing a bathroom with several people, including boys, along with our tummies get used to the schedule that we put in, along with traveling into different time zones into the mix, along with our organs, if you believe in the Chinese medicine, work at peak hours during the day or during the night. So all that can have an effect on if you are pooping. So eat lots of fibrous veggies, drink plenty of water, bring supplements if you have to, coffee if you have to. If you have a milk allergy and it's mild like mine and you drink milk, you will be regular. And when in doubt, tequila works too. I know it sounds stupid, but it does. That's it. Alright, so one of the questions that I received was, are you traveling alone? And what happened is that when I first started my trip, I met a few friends in Europe, and we ended up doing Italy and Paris, Amsterdam, London together for, I think it was almost 3 weeks. Then I met up a buddy in Ireland, and Ireland, we rented a car and we did a road trip around Ireland, and that was for almost 2 weeks. At the tail end of my trip in Portugal, I had a friend meet me there, so we did a little bit of Portugal together, then we ended up going to Spain and doing, I think, another week in Spain. After that, I ended up being alone, and actually I prefer it that way because I get to meet new people, I get to tag along with them, or they tag along with me, And then when we want to back off and go our separate ways, we can do that and it'll be butt hurt. Also, I just think it's important to be alone, spend time alone, getting to hang out with yourself, getting to know yourself, and, you know, looking inside to that ugly place that we never want to go to, so you can remove blockages and begin to heal and grow. But that's it. So yes, I'm alone now and I love it. It's great. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. Solo travel. Alright, this one's for my sister, and she wrote, "Are you lying to me?" And no, I'm not lying to you. Yes, I have not told you the whole story because I don't want to get you nervous, because then I don't want you to get me nervous from doing some of the things that I want to do that are already scary for me. But I promise, after that little motorcycle mishap, I have had better decision-making skills, and I have been telling you more about what I'm doing, even if I don't want to. So, no, I'm not lying. Love you. Alright, another question is, are you homesick? And I don't ever really get homesick when I travel. I've traveled for 3 weeks to a month and I've never gotten homesick. I even got up and grabbed all my things and left to Michigan for over 3 months and I didn't get homesick. But I will say that on this trip I'm at almost 6 months and I do get homesick every once in a while, but it took about a little over 4 months for me to start feeling that. Not how you guys think, not in the luxuries of home, the comforts of home, or the small struggles that travelers go through being so far from home. Not that. More of, I miss the crap out of my family, my sister, my mom, my dad. Miss them terribly. I worry about them. Another big one is my dance life, being part of dance teams when I'm home and having dance socials accessible to me whenever I just want to get up and go to one to dance. My friends, the events in the lives of my friends and the people that I love and care about the most. So yeah, I mean, it happens in spurts, but I do go through periods of being homesick, but definitely not for the materialistic aspect or the comforts of home. Like I said, it's more of missing, boils down to missing my family and just feeling the disconnection from home. But that's it. Alright, my girl B asked this question, and thank you so much for doing that, because I feel like lots of women travelers would want to know if the Diva Cup is a blessing or a curse. Boys, now's the time to fast forward or stick around and get informed, learn a little something. So the Diva Cup is a menstrual cup. It's a brand for a menstrual cup. It is made of, it's a reusable menstrual cup. It is made of medical grade, health grade, flexible silicone. It is used to collect the menstrual flow as opposed to absorbing it like the tampon and like the pad. I would just right off the bat say that it's definitely not for everybody, especially if you are very finicky. But it's definitely the healthier option. For me, it's a work in progress. I'm still getting used to it, but it doesn't bother me. It's a healthier option. I'm going to continue to do it. And it's better than the pads that feel like diapers and the high-risk tampon with its toxic shock syndrome. So some pros and cons. The pros are there's no paper waste, so it's better for the environment. There is no monthly spending on pads and tampons, and we know how expensive that could get. There is no animal testing, which is the best part. It's only $30 to $40, I think, and you change it out every year to year and a half, because remember, it's reusable. So you're saving money, big time. There's no latex, there's no BPA, there's no like funky chemicals. You can leave it on for a maximum of 12 hours, and it can be worn with any sport. If you go to the gym, if you do any kind of workout or any sports or any activities, it's comfortable in there. The cons are, the number one thing that I can think of right off the bat is it says that it is leak proof. For myself, my own experience is that on the first day I usually have to wear a liner, but that may be depending on what your flow is like, if you're heavy flow or not. So there's that to think about. After that, it's no big deal, and I love it, and then there are no leaks after that first day. Removing it can be not bad, but you can get a little bit of fun stuff on your fingertips or your hands. So if that grosses you out, then just don't even use it. Let's see what else. You must pick the restroom with the sink so you can waddle over to it and dump and rinse your Diva Cup and try not to get anything on the floor. Some travel mishaps that I have had is, one, I had to use an outdoor squatty potty with no toilet paper, no garbage, no sink, just a pail of water. Luckily I had tissues and baby wipes, but I didn't have a plastic bag. So I had to skip the rinsing. I had to wad it up in some of my toilet paper, shove it in my bag, dispose of it later. It wasn't too bad, but that was one travel mishap. The other one is I was taking a shower in one of my hostels in a unisex restroom, one of those restrooms where the showers are stalls and you can kind of see underneath the stall. Well, all the water drained into one area, so you could see all the water draining from everybody's stall into the drain. So I had to leave the stall shower, go into the stall bathroom, do what I had to do, hurry up, get out of there, dump my Diva Cup really quick before some guy or anybody really would come out and take a look at the sink. So that was another travel mishap of not being able to change while you are at home, but it's not that big a deal, or getting a bathroom with the sink in your same stall. But that's it. Other than that, a blessing or a curse, for me I would say it's a blessing. It's the healthier alternative. Why not try it out? If you don't like it, then go back to pads and tampons. There's several different brands. The Diva Cup is a well-known one. I think that they do take pride in making sure they do no animal testing and no chemicals and make it as safe and healthy as possible for the female. But that's it. Thank you, B, so much for that question. Are you ever coming back? Hell no! Look at this. Why would I want to go back? Actually, yes, I do want to go back because I think it's very important for, after traveling a long time, to go back home and touch base and see how you feel, because it is so different here. And I am also the type of person, which I've already told you guys, that I enjoy what I'm doing at the time, but I don't really feel it until I have time to settle. So I want to go home and see how I feel about my experiences that I've had here and my life at home and work and everything, and see my family, and I miss everybody. So yes, I'm going back. At first I thought it was going to be maybe 3 to 4 months, and here we are 6 months, and I can easily see myself doing the year. I know that sounds scary, but I can seriously see myself doing that. The only thing that'll stop me is I want to leave a smidge of money in case I were to get into a pickle at some point when I get home, so I can get back up onto my feet. That's it. So yes, I'm coming home, sis.